today my lesson is going to be the edible soil lab. So our objectives and essential questions with this, our first objective is students will learn about the different soil horizons and profiles in order to accurately and effectively relay the material back to their instructor in a group setting. And then our second objective is to explain the soil profile and distinguish between the major horizons of a soil profile. And then our three essential questions are: what are the 5 different soil horizons we will discuss? What materials did we use to represent each horizon? And how can/does a hands-on activity help you memorize material easier? Our standards fall under Unit D, Lesson 3 of the Ag Science and Technology Standards. So before we start, I want everyone to look at your desk and make sure you have all the materials listed below in this list right here. If you do not, please raise your hand so that I can get you the materials that you need. So what are the soil horizons? The 5 main soil horizons we'll be focusing on today are the O, A, B, C, and R horizons. The word horizon in this context could also mean layers or levels. On the next slides, we'll begin to build our soil profile cup and learn further about each horizon. The first horizon we'll discuss is bedrock, the hardest and closest soil to our Earth's core. This horizon is made up of unweathered rock and can be considered the foundational level of parent material for some soils. This horizon is not truly considered a soil and is located below the sea horizon. So our first step for our soil profile cup is to add our bedrock, which will be represented by the Hershey bar. So add this to the bottom of your cup. Our next soil horizon is Horizon C, which is commonly known as parent material. This layer is made up of broken bedrock, preventing many plants from growing through this horizon. Only small organic matter can pass through this horizon. So our next step for our soil profile cup is that we will add in our chocolate chips on top of our Hershey bar, and this will show the broken bedrock material in our Horizon C. So take your chocolate chips and pour or drop them into your cup. All right, everyone seems to be there or almost there. So our next horizon that we will cover is the B horizon, which is also known as subsoil. What one might call the meeting place for many compounds such as iron, aluminum, clay, etc. would be considered the B horizon. And this horizon can often be compared to the A horizon, but there are some ways to tell these two apart. One main difference is that the B horizon is often lighter in color as well as firmer. So for the B horizon, we'll use vanilla pudding to represent this layer. Use as much as you would like to from your cup. You don't have to use all of it. You can if you choose to. It's only preference. Once you've added as much as you would like, look up here at me so that I know you are good. Our next horizon is Horizon A, which is commonly known as topsoil. Topsoil is made up of mostly minerals from parent material with organic matter together, and is considered a good material for your plants and other organisms to live. So for our cup, our Horizon A will be represented by the chocolate pudding, as it is darker in color than the B horizon, yet not entirely firm like the other horizons. So you can take your spoon or again pour your chocolate pudding on top of your vanilla pudding. Alright, once you have your chocolate pudding in, look up here at me and give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. So our final horizon is Horizon O, which is commonly known as humus. The final horizon we'll cover today is the O horizon. This layer is composed of different organic material which is gathered over the years. Organic material can be many things, but most commonly could include animal and plant waste. So for our final layer of our cup, we will add our Oreo. You can kind of break it up in your fingers, or you can just add it on top, but make sure that you know that this would normally be broken up. Okay, so once everyone has their Oreo added to the top, we will add our gummy worm, and your soil profile cup will be complete. That does not give you the all clear to eat it yet. We will get to that eventually, but you can add your gummy worm or your 2 gummy worms on top, and this just represents the different organisms that could live on top of or in the very top layer of the soil. So our final questions, this refers back to our essential questions and objectives mentioned at the very beginning of the lesson. So what are the 5 different soil horizons we discussed? Can anyone answer that for me? Yes.
We discussed bedrock, broken parent material, subsoil, topsoil, and unmixed earth.
What materials did we use to represent each horizon? So can someone give me the very first layer that we put into our soil cup? Megan?
We did horizon R with Hershey's.
What about our next layer? Eva? Chocolate chip?
Yeah.
What about our next layer? What comes after our vanilla pudding?
Chocolate pudding.
And then what was our final top layer? So do y'all think that doing this hands-on activity helped you to memorize these different horizons and layers easier, or do you think it would have been better if you just kind of did book work or notes in order to memorize this material? Did everyone else agree that this would be easier than book work or note taking or textbooks or anything like that?
Yeah.
So now we are going to discuss with your group and those around you about the different soil horizons. I will come around and I'll listen to each of your groups, and once I feel like y'all all have the correct understanding of the soil horizons, I'll give you all clear to eat.
Okay, Horizon R is the bedrock represented by the first star. It's the one that we have on the bottom. And Horizon C is the parent material. And that's lighter and a little bit thicker. And it's the vanilla pudding. And then Horizon A is the topsoil. It's the chocolate pudding. And it's that one because topsoil is a little bit thinner. So and then the one below it. And then Horizon O is the puddings that we use the Oreo. And that can also be what Oreo is for.
One thing I think you skipped over, I believe you said Horizon C was Horizon C is.
Oh, my bad. That's
No,
fine.
you're okay. Just make sure you remember that. We've all got it. You all feel great about this? You can relay it back to me, just as Amelia just said. Y'all are clear to eat.
The first layer of the pieces is the art horizon, which is the rock. There's about that chocolate chip seed horizon, and then you have the horizon up here with the vanilla pudding, and the chocolate pudding is the egg horizon, top Oreo
We all feel good about this? All relay this back to me and teach this back to me. If I ask you to, just let me know. Y'all are all clear to eat. Try not to make this a person.
The chocolate chips represents like the broken layers. The smaller the tacos are, the easier it is to get.
The Oreo, top layer, it allows
The vanilla pudding is the subsoil because it's lighter in color and it's
the top layer is like the species that still live in there.
We all feel like we're good on this. You could teach it right back to me if I asked you. We all have an understanding of it. Y'all are clear to eat.
Bedrock, we use that for Hershey's. We use chocolate chips for broken parent material, which is basically just like broken like runoff rock, I'm pretty sure. And we have the subsoil there, and above that is topsoil. And then we have the actual soil where there's organisms, which are the worms.
We all feel good about this. You can relay this all back to me like Miguel did. That is great. So one last thing, as y'all are finishing up and eating, I just wanted to go over the standard again and how this falls under Unit D, Lesson 3 of the Ag Science and Technology Standards. Our objectives were to explain the soil profile, explain how soils within the profile change over time, and distinguish between the major horizons of the soil profile. So do you all feel like you could understand and you can answer these objectives after hearing this lesson? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes, ma'am.